Yeah, big welcome to you, my dear Libra. So the constellation today is that the sun, when we look at her, is in Scorpio. So behind the sun is the Scorpio constellation, which is looking like this up here. And this is the new card that I painted for Scorpio. The transformation, the death card, the phoenix rising, looking like leaves. Like here I have some leaves. As you can see, it's like wings, right? It's really, I mean, it's amazing how beautiful nature is. I also put some here for you. I took a little bit of a lavender from the neighbor's pot, so that there's a little bit of a purple color in there as well. So the sun is highlighting the moon today, and the moon is really small. It's just a small crescent line. I have an application right now, and you can see here it's 3.3%. It's really small, right? And 3.3, just in the reading that I did before, in the German reading, as you just that you understand how much things shift and change, right? Every half hour or even hour we have a different constellation going on up there. And in the reading before it was 3.4%. Now it's 3.3 with your reading. And this is what I want you to feel, is that this day or at this moment that I do the reading is specific. It's very clearly saying this moment exists only now. So let's be conscious, let's be aware, let's be in the present moment, because this moment is never ever going to come back again. I will never ever have this moment. And you want to become aware, you want to be aware that always death is like a half an hour, right? In the next half an hour you could be dead. And it sounds terrible, but it is not. It is going into the cycle of coming and going. And so tomorrow we have a new moon in Scorpio. As you can see, it's almost there, right? And some say the new moon is in Libra, but it's not. Because for me, I want you to have at least each sign has their full moon and has their new moon. So every sign has a full moon and a new moon, and I want to show you just that things are transformative, things are shifting, like the death card. And this new moon that we have tomorrow will be in Scorpio, will be, yes, it's letting go, is going deep within and planting the seed and saying, I let go. I don't want to be the one that is thinking it has a power of justice. I don't want you to think about it anymore. I just want you to feel the central energy of waning and waxing moon, of right and left, male and female. You come into your center, and this is a chance tomorrow to really feel this center, right? You are the Queen of Swords. If your birthday is between September 12th and October 12th, you are the classical Queen of Swords. Look at your the description box below. If your birthday is before or after, you might have another court card as that energy that you represent into the world. Now, Scorpio is a fixed sign, is in the middle of fall, and you, Libra, are a cardinal sign. You're beginning the fall, and you very clearly in your center by, that's why I put the hands into Namaste in front of the heart, is the central theme of the card. You balancing right here on your fingertips and understanding that you are your own judge. No one else can judge you. No one else has the right to judge you than your own personal self. So let's go into the reading. Here I have the Mystical Shaman Oracle card that I am pulling now. Just Scorpio is about all the sex organs. It's connected to the sex organs. And you are connected to the bladder and the hips, which means open the hips to receive this deep sexual message that is coming to you today. It's the ego. The ego wants to be sexual. And you are allowing it, even though you might feel a little sensitive because the moon is not very highlighted. The moon is, like I said, just a small little sliver, 3.3%, which is the number 6, which is the third eye, which is the sword coming directly to your third eye. Understanding the within, understanding that here you know what is happening. Oh my God, this is crazy. I never had that happen before. In the German, I also had the sweat lodge. Wow, this is powerful. So the German reading and the English reading have both as the Mystical Shaman Oracle card, the sweat lodge. And it's that going within, and it's this moon, this little sliver. As you can see, it's not much. This little sliver is now giving you, when you go into the sweat lodge, when you go into the deep dark womb, going deep into the death, into a death. That's what the sweat lodge is. A sweat lodge is letting go of the things that are not working for you anymore. And it's the possibility of Scorpio that says, without the letting go of an orgasm, you not understanding the light that comes after. So la petite mort in the French is that letting go of your nervous system, letting go of, and the Scorpio is the nervous system, and you are the endocrine system, right? You are the glands, you are the hormones, also connected with the nervous system, because the hormones are working with the nervous system together. So this is today speaking that tomorrow this new moon is deeply affecting you. Do a meditation, go deep within, let go, and then rise like a phoenix, rise up into the sky. So, wow. Number, of course, the number here is number 54. That's a 9. That's a completion. You are completing a cycle, and that's why you're able to go into the deep womb of Mother Earth, the essence. The sweat lodge represents the womb of Mother Earth. Volcanic stones are heated in a fire outside, then brought into the lodge and placed in a shallow hole in the center. Participants sit in complete darkness around the red-hot stones to sweat away old habits and beliefs and heal disease. When you return humbly to the womb of the mother, you are offered second chances. You are offered a second chance through this new moon tomorrow in Scorpio. You are offered to look at your third eye. You are offered to see the little sliver of light that is highlighting you today and making it a ceremony, making it something special. The second oracle card is the Mystical Moments Oracle. Wow, I'm really amazed by, and I mean, I shuffle these cards. It's not like, okay, here's the card. This one is different. It would have been like, wow. That one is also the same. 36, another 9, 9, 9. And look what's happening here when you go deep within, into the womb, into this house. The sweat lodge is like a house. You find your house, you find the sexual energy that opens you up, because this is the symbol of Venus, where she's standing in front, holding herself in balance. And here is the pink color of Venus, the sexual, the opening, the flower that's saying, here I am. Because this is all about sexuality. This is all about showing yourself, giving yourself completely. That's what I see. The card, House of Flowers. The words that come with this card is power of nature, joy of life, diversity, and beauty. So when you will go into the sweat lodge, you will find all these things. Like, again, you will find a joy of life, a diversity, and a beauty that comes when we look deep within into the darkness. We appreciate way more what we can see now in the light. So here you are, this little sliver of the 3.3% of the moon, the sixth sense, the deeper sense of belonging, not to an outside cycle, but to belong to a cycle that is naturally waning and waxing. A little light, a lot of light. But here you are, finding deep within an understanding of 9-9. I mean, 9-9 is in the sexual energy. It's the 2 times 9 is the sexual energy. 2 times a completion, a completion of understanding what the sexual act really means. So I shuffled. I'm going to split the deck and pick 6 cards. Okay, so this is completely different than from the German reading. If you speak German, you're more than welcome to go to Der mystische Heiler, German version of the mystical healer. Okay, so the first row is speaking of you going deep within you, the 2 of air, which is moon in Libra. Your card came up. 9 of Pentacles, which is Venus in Virgo, and the King of Air, which is in Aquarius. So this moon is speaking to you. This moon in Libra, highlighted by the sun in Scorpio, is bringing to you a big question about how much should you be with yourself, of how much you want to go deep within into an understanding of who you truly are, into the womb, into the earth. This is something you are invited to do. And then you will find your masculine side, because you are the feminine, you are the Queen of Swords. And then you will find that you can incorporate the masculinity in you, and that's why you are able to be happy also as a single. You don't really need a partner, but you still question that. You question, should I be alone or should I be in a relationship? But all relationships are nourishing us, all relationships are giving us a deeper understanding of who we are with others, of who we can B, because it's the mirror effect, right? When I look at a person in front of me, she's mirroring my energy back to me. So if I'm angry and anxious, that person is literally giving me angry and anxious back. If I feel happy and excited within me, and this is what's happening when we incorporate the masculine in the feminine energy within us, then we come to a 9, a completion. And then you have here 3 times the 9. Then you are powerful. Then you become so powerful that you are in the 3rd chakra, right? You go from the 2nd chakra into the 3rd chakra, empowering yourself. You don't need to prove to no one who you are, who you could be, or who you could become. You are just as you are. You are perfect. You are just right. And this is what the reading is saying to you today. You are understanding that this moon is bringing a more masculine energy, that doesn't make you dependent on the male, right? And this is good for, this can be a man having more feminine Queen of Swords inside of him, and this can be a woman who has more masculine side. So becoming aware of the unification of these two energies makes us more holy, makes us more united, makes us more look like a virgin mother. And this is what Venus in Virgo is. It's like this holy virgin mother standing there, and she has found who she truly is, who she truly will become when she goes deep within to this new moon in Scorpio, allowing that little light to, and allowing herself to die so that she can find herself newborn, totally in a whole new perspective. Then comes the Tower and another 9 of air. And the 9 of air is Mars in Gemini, and Mars is the fighter in you. Or is the fighter in general. Is almost like asking you yourself, hey, why is this tower movement here? Why is all this happening? But this is just what you see in the sweat lodge. You see that you have to let go, because as you can see, the 7 of Pentacles is looking back, is seeing the trouble and the difficulties and the nightmares you went through, and you have liberated yourself from. Finally, you have let go of all those things, and you have realized a 9 with this 9 is that the only way to overcome a tower is by liberating yourself and becoming the angel yourself, not worrying about these thoughts that are sometimes giving you this nightly awakenings, right? This is when we can sleep at night. It's also that we have so much thoughts that we cannot trust the womb, that we cannot trust this inner darkness that we have to falling asleep is letting go a little death into the womb, into yourself, into knowing that all is well. And you will find yourself here in this house, in this re-showing your true sexual energy. And then you have 4 times the 9 now, right? With this other 9. And this is the heart chakra. This is always the central theme of the card. The central theme is the heart chakra. Here, this is an old card. I haven't painted the heart chakras in there yet, but the heart chakra is right here at your fingertips. The sensitivity of your fingertips, the sensitivity of knowing that the moon in your sign, the birds that are sitting here at your fingertips, that sensitivity that you want to find when you place your hands together. So you have 4 times the 9. And that means that you are coming into your heart, coming into a deeper, deeper understanding of what all of this is about, what we live here in this world. What is it all about? It's about finding again and again the opposites, finding again and again the 2 sides of male and female, up and down, in and out, right and left. And in the center, we can be completely ourselves. When we put the 2 together, then we become like a dancer. Then we can pray and dance, and then we can be this king. Then we can open our wings, and we can release all these thoughts, all these thinking energies. You don't have to worry anymore, because then does it make sense that the tower is coming? The tower needs to come to say, that's it, this is the end. Ending it, ending things, releasing yourself out of a cycle, out of a never-ending cycle, so that you can look back and say, I'm glad the tower came and freed me from this excessive thinking, because this is who you are. You keep constantly thinking, should I buy the black shoes or the red ones? Should I have this guy or that guy? Should I go or should I stay? Right? It's like, this is you. You're constantly wondering, should I not? And where is it leading you to? To the 8 of water. To a knowing that now you can emotionally move forward, because the 8 of water is Saturn in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces is the noon, the fish in Scorpio, the deep subconscious that knows that if you move forward, you have all the treasures and you can find even more. You can find your emotional self. You can find the sexual self. You can open yourself up and go into the infinite 8, which is what the 8 of water is saying, an infinite energy of allowing yourself to find true love deep within yourself, deep within these 2 characters, right? Male and female. Deep within is the answers. Deep within is always the duality, but deep within is who you truly are. Deep within is the 9, is the third 9, is the power to be yourself. And the 4th 9 is liberating. It's almost like this is a crossing, and this is where the heart is. This is where your fingertips are. This is where what Libra is feeling, right? Is feeling at the fingertips in front of the heart. The understanding of what really Namaste means. Namaste means I am bringing the unity of duality together into my center, and here I am arriving at myself, at my deepest self. Wow. The invitation. This is a time to journey inward into the dark and hidden places of your soul to reconnect with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. I would suggest tomorrow at this new moon in Scorpio that you are doing a ceremony and you're planting your new seed, going deep within and creating here a ceremony for you to let go. Observe what emerges and, without judging it, invite it to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life you have outgrown. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. And that's it. You are finally letting go of all these worries. You have 999, 4 times 9. And you will realize that you are coming out liberated, that you coming out born fresh, born new, and that you are able to move forward, that you are able to, and this is, the Tower is a sexual energy, the Tower is an orgasm, right? It's the number 16, it's the number 7, it's the light that comes down into the third eye, and it's still 3.3, the moon at this very moment. So look into the deep third eye, go deep within, have a look and do this ceremony, make a wish, plant a seed, because after we go to the full moon again, and here you are knowing that deep within you can arrive at yourself in this 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 4 times 9. You are letting go and you are liberating yourself from deep thinking, from deep disturbing thinking that you cannot even sleep, and you are liberating. You see how she has here the feathers, and she says, yes, I go into the 7th chakra, right? Because this is what the 7 is. I go and I saw that I can liberate myself deep within. I am looking back at this card. I'm looking back at, yes, I have found within the understanding. I have found within. And these are all the blue cards, right? The Tower. These are all the blue cards. 2 of Swords, the King of Swords, the Tower, and the 9 of Swords. It's saying, finish the thinking, the overthinking, which you like to do, right? You're constantly thinking, right or left, up or down. What should I do? You don't have to think about that. So then this is you looking back at the Tower movement, and you saying, yes, it's good that this Tower came. It's good that I letting go of this, because when I let go of this, I look back at that and I know I can now move forward. I can turn my back and be free, walking into the sunset and liberating myself into a freedom, into a complete freedom, into an emotional freedom to move wherever you want to move on now emotionally. And that's it. Wow, I mean, sometimes these readings, they just like, right, they come so strong, and I can feel like that the stories are overlapping, and right, I just like, okay, that's it, half an hour. So I hope I see you in the next reading. We will have in the Sun in Sagittarius in Temperance, and I hope I see you then, because then we will see where you're emotionally going and what the new story will be in that Sun in Sagittarius and Moon again, of course, in your sign. Until then, I thank you so much for watching. Namaste.